This week on One Devotion, see a pair of Euro classics break ground across the ocean. Watch a first-time visitor take a bite out of the Big Apple. Check out the rivals your team needs to beat in the regular season. And get ready for a slew of showdowns in the Euroleague's opening week. Although Euroleague teams have visited North America plenty of times and even won games there, Maccabi, Fox Tel Aviv and Olympia Milan this month became the first European teams ever to face each other in the United States. Their 2015 Euroleague Basketball World Tour games, played at iconic basketball destinations, the United Center in Chicago and Madison Square Garden in New York City, served to introduce a different playing style to a brand new fan base. Before tipping off in Chicago, both teams engaged in community events with fans, but once on the court, it was all about the competing for the victory. Maccabi led early, and Milan stormed back to make it close before Brian Randall helped his team secure a 85-79 win in front of his friends and family.
It's been a while since I've had a turnout like that, so again, to share that with them, my parents, friends from church, friends from high school and in college, to get up here and hang out and see something like this it's special for me.
Next up was the Big Apple, where their rematch at Madison Square Garden was preceded by Special Olympics athletes being honoured at centre court by one-team ambassadors Bruno Cerella, Devin Smith and Nikola Vujicic. Then, true to Euroleague form, an exciting back-and-forth clash kept the New York fans on the edges of their seats. Brunoslav Simon pushed Milan to a 76-72 victory, and he came away feeling that the American fans had got to see quality European basketball.
I think it was a nice game. It was something new for them for sure, and I think it was a lot of good moves in the game.
Simon and his teammates then rushed home to Milan to host the NBA Global Games against the Boston Celtics. But their jet lag caught up with them in the form of a 92-124 defeat. 2 nights later, Boston invaded the Spanish capital and defeated Real Madrid in similar fashion, 96-111. But the history of playing in a game between the two most crowned teams in the world's top 2 pro leagues was not lost on the participants.
For me, it makes it special because it's my first time playing with the best team in Europe and playing against the most historic team in the NBA.
Meanwhile, on the World Tour, FENERBAHCE Istanbul also arrived to New York City and promptly made history. 5 months after its first Final Four appearance and barely 48 hours after landing in the US for the first time ever, FENERBAHCE surprised the NBA's Brooklyn Nets with a 96-101 victory.
I said to players also before the game and the halftime that it's not so important the result, it's important the way how we play hard in every moment.
Turkish fans who filled the stands got a chance to see Fenerbahce newcomers like LUIGI DATOME, whose 16 points made him one of the team's 5 double-digit scorers.
It was a good opportunity for us still to try something in order to have the best chemistry as possible and for preparing for the real games that count for us.
Fenerbahce went on to lose its next game against the Oklahoma City Thunder to conclude the World Tour and head home to start the new Euroleague season next week. The reigning champions, another Final Four team from last season, and the current Euro Cup title holder highlight a stacked regular season Group A. Euroleague holders Real Madrid returns 8 players who lifted the trophy last May, including Final Four MVP Andres Nocioni, all Euroleague stars Felipe Reyes and Rudy Fernandez, former MVP Sergio Rodriguez and firestarter Sergio Llull. Already the Euroleague's best scoring team since 2013, Madrid added firepower by signing Jeffrey Taylor, Willy Hernan Gomez and TREY THOMPKINS, who already helped the team win the 2015 Intercontinental Cup. Khimki Moscow region aims for a major Euroleague run under head coach Rimas Kurtinaitis and a host of players who won the Euro Cup with him last season. Long-tenured stars Petri Koponen, Sergei Monya and Paul Davis have been boosted by the addition of explosive Alexei Shved. But it will be Tyrese Rice, the 2014 Final Four MVP and reigning Euro Cup MVP, who will lead Khimki's search for Euroleague greatness.
This is a new level. It's the highest level. So we have to be even more focused than we were last year. Last year, I think we were expected, to win the Euro Cup, which makes it a little bit harder also. But this year, the expectations are still high. And, everybody around the team, they understand that we have a good team and we should be good. So we have to really step up to the plate and focus in a lot more because the competition is a lot harder.
In its third consecutive Euroleague season, FC Bayern Munich intends to make noise again under the guidance of Svetislav Pešić, who returns a handful of seasoned veterans. Anton Gavel, Nihad Djedovic and Bryce Taylor man the perimeter, while John Bryant and Dusko Savanovic patrol the inside. At the arrival of reigning Euroleague champ Casey Rivers and the return of dangerous forward DEON Thompson, and Bayern should have plenty to say in the Group A race for the top 16.
One of the decisions of me coming back is to be able to continue to go further in the EuroLeague. Obviously, only been to top 16 twice, and I think the team that we have here, we have a great opportunity to reach the further stages in EuroLeague.
Among Crvena Zvezda Telekom Belgrade's summer changes, none was bigger than its new man in the middle, Sofoklis Kortsanitis, who will team up for head coach Dejan Radonjic with the young prime-time tandem of Luka Mitrovic and Mike Sirbas. Newcomers Gal Mikel and Ryan Thompson take over on the perimeter, where they can feed off the energy of Crvena Zvezda's one-of-a-kind fans as the team tries to duplicate its first-time passage to the top 16 last season.
I know there are some big changes. We have to show the fans that we're like ourselves too, that we can play with everybody and that we can have some big goals too.
Despite reaching the club's first Final Four ever last season under maestro Željko Obradović, FENERBAHCE Istanbul overhauled its roster, bringing back just 3 regular contributors: Jan Vesely, Bogdan Bogdanovic and Melim Mahmutoglu, while it also awaits the return of injured Ricky Hickman. The arrivals of former Euroleague champs Kostas Sloukas and Pero Antic, as well as potential stars like Bobby Dixon, Luigi Datome, Nikola Kalinic and Epe Udo make FENERBAHCE a talent-rich contender to go far once again. Back to the Euroleague after a season away, Strasbourg has backcourt balance with veteran Lewis Campbell and newcomer Rodrigo Bourbois, while its frontcourt features the Euroleague's biggest group of centres, Romain Dufour, Vladimir Golubovic and Bangali Fofana, all aiming to become France's first top 16 this decade.
It's a special competition, and if you don't know what is Euroleague, it's very difficult to be competitive. My first priority is to try to get the right spirit.
That right spirit is what all Group A teams will need in order to survive at the end of 10 games together. With Turkish Airlines Euroleague superstars, up-and-coming players and deep rosters, Group B promises to be highly entertaining from start to finish. Olympiacos Piraeus will be expected to mount another strong challenge, due to its combination of depth, experience and talent. Reds continue to rely on their leaders. Three-time Final Four MVP Vasilis Spanoulis and two-time Euroleague champion Georgios Printesis to make the difference for their team. Versatile Matt Loyeski and floor general Vangelis Mantsaris are other returning stars, and coach Giannis Fairopoulos has also bolstered his roster with several new signings, as Olympiacos looks to challenge again for the very highest goals.
To go there, we need to work hard, to work with determination, and to be patient for a long season through a lot of trips and tough games. So we need to be very strong mentally.
Led by one of the most respected and successful coaches in European basketball, Dusan Ivkovic, Anadolu Efes Istanbul calls upon a blend of youth and experience in its quest to progress to the next level. With talented youngsters like Dario Saric, Jerry Osman and Furkan Korkmaz, joined by experienced leaders Tomas Hertel and Nenad Kirstic, and boosted by a series of exciting new signings, expectations are high for a breakthrough season at Efes. As Cedevita Zagreb returns for its second consecutive Euroleague campaign, a lot of eyes will be on big man Marko Arapovic, regarded as one of the most promising teenagers in world basketball. The core of the group consists of returning Croatian players, such as last season's top scorers Miro Bilan and Fran Pilepic, and Cedevita has also added Euroleague experience from overseas in the form of new point guard Jacob Polan.
Being that I've been on a team that's advanced to the Final Four, I just want to bring a little bit of that characteristics and some leadership so guys understand that it's going to be tough every night. You know, it's not going to be easy to win in anybody's gym in Euroleague.
Laboral Cucha Victoria looks to prolong its remarkable record of success by progressing to the top 16 for the 14th time in 15 years. Laboral managed to keep some of its best players, such as Mike James, Darius Adams, Toko Shengelia and Fabian Couser. The club has also brought back Eurocup winning head coach Velimir Perazovic, who has added several new players as this proud club seeks to maintain its winning traditions. An injury-free Leo Westerman will be a key player for Limoges CSP. At the age of 23, Westerman is already in his fifth Euroleague season, and he will play a big role as Limoges aspires to become the first French team to reach the top 16 since 2007. Relying on a heavy basketball atmosphere at Beaublanc, Limoges will be more than ready to fill the baskets at all times, helped by the arrival of savvy big man Ali Traoré.
I am very excited to play for Limoges because it's a very historical team. As you know, it's the only French team that won the Euroleague back in 1993. So it's a great tradition and, of course, a lot of pressure. But I'm really looking forward to start the games here in Beaublanc, which has a very good atmosphere.
EA7 Emporio Armani Milan brought in 11 new players and a new head coach, Yasmin Repeza. So building a team chemistry right away will be a critical issue for the Italian powerhouse. At age 22, Alessandro Gentile is already the on-court leader and main reference, but Milan has made a new team in which Jamel McLean, Gani Lawal and Milan Masvan are set to play a big role around the baskets, while Oliver Lafayette and Krunoslav Simon provide much-needed backcourt experience. The fight for a top 16 ticket will be very exciting. Get ready for some great action in Group B. Great basketball atmosphere is guaranteed in Group C, where former champions and icons of the Euroleague will go against up-and-coming talents in some of the most atmospheric basketball arenas in the world. FC Barcelona Lassa has never missed a top 16 and is again among the favourites to go far again this season. Led by a group of star returnees, EuroLeague all-time leading scorer Juan Carlos Navarro, three-time All-EuroLeague centre Ante Tomic, on the rise Tomas Satoransky, and former Euro Cup Finals MVP Justin Dolman, Barcelona also signed 7 new players, including veteran point guard Carlos Arroyo, who share the responsibility of keeping up the club's proud tradition of challenging for the Final Four each and every season.
We're not trying to rush it, but we know there's a lot of expectations with our team, and this club is expectations. You know, it's all about winning, so we understand that, and we are for the challenge.
Panathinaikos Athens starts a new era with legends Sasha Djordjevic on the bench and giants Miroslav Radulica and Onyen Kuzmic in a revamped front court. The Greens brought back Nick Calathis to man the backcourt again with his 2011 title team partner, legend Dimitris Diamantidis, EuroLeague's all-time leader in assists and steals. A quartet of additional returnees, high-flying James Gist, 3 times champion Antonis Fotsis, and young standard-bearers Vladimir Jankovic and Nikos Papas give Panathinaikos the foundation it needs to start strong and build momentum. With its home fans playing 6th man, Žalgiris Kaunas aims to reach the top 16 for the 7th season in a row, behind the leadership of veterans Paulius Jankūnas and Robertas Javtokas. Their experience is balanced by the energetic youth like Edgaras Ulanovas and Lukas Lekavicius, who will be buttressed by the return of former players like Mantas Kalnietis and Martinas Pocius, who know exactly what Žalgiris is all about, fighting to the finish.
I think the club did a real great job in a between seasons. And we have on a paper a real strong team. Now the main thing is to put all guys together, to play together for one goal. And I think we can hope of a real good EuroLeague season.
Lokomotiv Kuban Krasnodar starts its 2nd EuroLeague season with great ambition. Star combo guard Malcolm Delaney and athletic big man Anthony Randolph are back, while forward Andrei Zubkov could be ready for prime time. Lokomotiv reloaded its roster with proven talents like Dante Draper, Victor Klaver and Kirilo Fizenko, and also landed EuroLeague winning head coach Georgios Bartzokas, who knows what it takes to reach the team's first goal, the top 16. EuroLeague newcomer Pinar Karziaka Izmir counts on its very own X-Factor, a basketball-crazy home crowd to challenge Group C's more experienced teams. The Halka Pinar Arena noise levels promise to go off the charts in support of returning fan favourites like Juan Palacios, Kenny Gabriel and Inanç Koç, while hungry, experienced arrivals like Keren Gonlum, Colton Iverson, Joe Ragland and Justin Carter will also play big roles under head coach Ufuk Sarıca as last season's Turkish champs step up to the true elite.
It's very exciting, not only for us, but the fans. I think they deserve it. They're one of the best fans, in my opinion, in Europe, and I think a lot of people are going to be able to see that.
Polish champion Stelmet Zielona Góra has managed to put together a core of local players who know each other very well. Some of them have already been in the club for a while, such as Lukas Korzarek and Adam Circzaniuk. Others are new arrivals for this season, including Mateusz Ponitka and Szymon Zvezik. Above all, head coach Sazor Filipowski has a deep, versatile team on his hands, as Zielona Góra seeks to take one game at a time and challenge to reach the top 16. Being competitive early and staying strong at home will be critical for all 6 teams, as Group C promises dramatic battles between traditional powerhouses and ambitious newcomers. Some of the biggest names in European basketball history and ambitious newer names come together in Group D this season for an unpredictable battle to reach the top 16. Darüşşafaka Doğuş Istanbul is a Euroleague rookie in name only, because head coach Oktay Mahmuti and his roster are loaded with Euroleague experience. Whether on the perimeter with familiar faces like Ender Aslan, Jamont Gordon and Reggie Redding, or in the paint with Euroleague champ Marcus Slaughter joining Oguz Savas and Semih Erden, Darüşşafaka plans to be much more than a newcomer for its dedicated fans.
We have so many experienced players, and almost all of us we played at least few Euroleague seasons, and that's going to help us for sure. We know we are a new team, but coach also, he was coaching Euroleague teams before. I don't know, 9 or 10 players we played Euroleague, so it's nothing strange and big for us.
Freak City is back as German champ Borussia Baskets Bamberg and its fans gear up for a 5th Euroleague campaign in 6 years after missing last season. Only Carsten Tada has appeared previously for Bamberg in the Euroleague, but he's well accompanied in the backcourt by Brad Wanamaker, Nikos Sizis and Yanis Strelnieks, while young guns Nicola Melli, Daniel Theis and Elias Harris take up residence in the paint for head coach Andrea Trinchieri. Italian champion Dinamo Banco di Sardegna Sassari has completely retooled the roster for its 2nd straight Euroleague season. For head coach Meo Sacchetti, his son Brian, David Logan and Giacomo De Vecchi are the only 3 players back. However, their new teammates boast plenty Euroleague experience, including the competition's oldest player, 40-year-old centre Denis Marconato, and a trio of explosive forwards, Brent Petway, Christian Ayenga and Joe Alexander.
We just have to believe in ourselves and make sure that we come out with more energy than other teams. In my experience with the game, it's the team that plays the hardest usually wins.
Maccabi Fox Tel Aviv has Group D's youngest player, 17-year-old Dragan Bender, who joins his talents to those of recent Euroleague champs like Devin Smith, Yogev Ohayon, Sylvan Landersberg and Guy Pnini. Coach Guy Goodies will enjoy a reloaded backcourt with last year's top scorer Taylor Rochesty and veteran threat Jordan Farmer, while Brian Randall returns to the front court alongside rebounding ace Trevor Mbakwe and huge Victor Faverani. Another classic powerhouse, CSKA Moscow, kept many key pieces in place from a team whose 26 victories last season under coach Dimitris Itoudis were the most in the competition. Nikita Kurbanov and Joel Freeland have joined frontline regulars Andrei Vorontsevich, Karl Heinz and Viktor Kriapa. And a loaded backcourt with former MVP Milos Teodosic, Nando De Colo and Aaron Jackson got even deeper with the arrival of scorer Corey Higgins.
It'll be a great challenge, but at the same time, I love a challenge. It's not something that I run away from. So at the end of the day, it's still basketball, and I'm confident in my skills, and I'm looking forward to testing them against some of the great teams out here.
Unicaja Malaga, a top 16 regular for the last decade, is aiming high once again this season. Veteran big man Richard Hendricks will complement familiar frontcourt faces Fran Vazquez, Will Thomas, Carlos Suarez and Mindaugas Kuzminskas. Meanwhile, the backcourt is completely revamped as Edwin Jackson, Nemanja Nedovic and Jamar Smith have joined Stefan Markovic to take their marching orders from head coach JOAN PLAZA.
We try to find some players with a pretty good experience in Euroleague, and also some kind of players who can bring in us a little bit more physical capacity. It's true that we need to make one new step forward. And then on that way, I think that these players are providing us a little bit more capacity in every spot.
With their preparations behind them, it's time to start sorting out the survivors in regular season Group D. The ball goes up for the brand new Turkish Airlines Euroleague season, with 12 tantalising matchups highlighted by a showdown between reigning Continental Trophy winners and a game of the week that is already pivotal for both teams. In Group A, Euroleague champ Real Madrid looks for its first road win ever against Euro Cup winner Khimki Moscow region, as the MVPs from last season's finals, Tyrese Rice of Khimki and Andres Nocioni of Madrid, aim to get their team straight into the win column. Also in Group A, Fenerbahce Istanbul welcomes FC Bayern Munich, while Crvena Zvezda Telekom Belgrade plays host to Strasbourg. Group B sees last season's runner-up Olympiacos Piraeus and leading man Vasilis Spanoulis launch another attempt at greatness by hosting revamped Cedevita Zagreb, and inside force Miro Bilan as the visitors seek a breakthrough first win ever against the Reds. Also in Group B, Limoges CSP hosts Anadolu Efes Istanbul, while Laboral Cucha Vittoria Gasteiz visits EA7 Emporia Armani Milan. Group C features the very first tip-off of the season, as perennial Final Four contender FC Barcelona Lhasa and all-action point guard Tomas Satoransky make the journey to face Pinar Karziaka Izmir and high-flying Kenny Gabriel in their Euroleague debuts. In the same group, Lokomotiv Kuban Krasnodar welcomes Panathinaikos Athens, while Žalgiris Kaunas sets sail to visit Stelmet Zielona Gora. Group D features an intriguing game of the week in which Unicaja Malaga and exciting Mindaugas Kuzminskas defend their home court against German champ Rosa Baskets Bamberg, whose long-serving floor general Karsten Tada will be joined by exciting new signings. Group D also boasts a classic, CSKA Moscow versus Maccabi Fox Tel Aviv, while Darussafaka Doğu's Istanbul debuts against visiting Dinamo Banco di Sardegna Sassari. A new season is all ready to rock in the Turkish Airlines Euroleague.